Hey everyone, today I'm going to share an idea with you that can help you increase your soccer ability fast. Now let me start off by saying that there really is no magic pill or hack that can cause you to become good at soccer with no effort. You still have to work hard in order to become good. That being said, there is an idea that will eventually lead to you having to put in less effort in order to produce results. And that idea is the idea of momentum. Now, when I say you're putting in less effort, I don't mean you're putting in less time. I'm just saying it becomes easier to do what you're doing. There's less resistance. You become used to it, you start enjoying it even, and you get into that flow-like state. Essentially, you are in the zone. There's a famous quote that goes something like this, and it says, "Success is brought about first by putting in 10 units of effort to produce 1 unit of results. But when your momentum kicks in, you produce 10 units of results for every 1 unit of effort." I find that a really good analogy for this is the analogy of riding a bike. You need to put in quite a bit of effort at first to get that bike going. But once you do, it becomes a lot more easy because your momentum starts to carry you. Think of yourself as riding a bike up a hill. It takes a ton of effort even to move a little bit as you're riding the bike up that hill. But once you get to the top of that hill, going down is much easier. You put in all that hard work in the beginning, climbing that hill on that bike, building up your momentum so that when you reach the top, things were pretty smooth sailing from there. So if you're doing things like working out and training, they become easy and more natural and more fun even to you. You're sticking to your habits, you're grinding, and you're seeing the results from these efforts. Again, essentially, you're in a flow state, you're in the zone, and that's the power of momentum. Here's the issue though, and what happens to most people. Most people stop their momentum when they're halfway up the hill, and some people even stop it when they're almost at the top. But they don't know they're so close and they stop doing what they're doing, which causes them to pretty much wheel back down the hill all the way to the beginning. You've probably experienced something like this if you tried working out. If you worked out for maybe 3 weeks consistently and stuck with it every single day, but then you missed a couple of days, and then suddenly you missed a week, and then suddenly 3 months has gone by and you're like, wait a second, what happened? Where'd all this time go? You started to see little results, and if you just kept pedaling up that hill with your workouts, you would have reached the top and started to see yourself getting bigger and started to allow the workouts to be much more habitualized, much easier for you to do, less resistance. This can also be in the form of missing practices, missing on your eating schedule, or missing anything really. You start to move backwards once you start to lack consistency. So use the power of momentum to your advantage. This is one of the reasons that like I said, consistency is something that I always tell players they need to get in the habit of. It's that consistency of doing the things you need to be doing every single day that's going to build up that momentum, which will allow things to improve much more quickly in the future. Now, it's going to be very difficult in the beginning to stick to practicing that you've set out for yourself, to stick to that eating schedule you've created, to stick to that workout plan, and that's because you're pedaling up the hill. But I can tell you, it does eventually get easier. After a month or two of that eating plan, it becomes much easier, maybe even fun. After a month or two of that workout plan, you start to enjoy the workouts. It becomes much easier to go to the gym. There's less resistance. You're more motivated. And a month or two doesn't have to be the time scale that's just a general one I'm giving you. But maybe after a month or two of doing certain practices every single day, it's becoming easier. You have less resistance and you're seeing more results. So use momentum to your advantage. I'm gonna leave a video that goes over the power of momentum as well down in the description. Okay guys, so make sure you get on your bike and you start pedaling.